Muddlin. Useless person. Pisht. I am assured that this means tired. Schemy. An unpleasant person. Scuggan. A really unpleasant person. Scunner. A generally unpleasant person. Ships. Woolly things that eat grass and go bar. Easily confused with the other kind. Spavey. See Muddlin. Special sheep liniment. Probably moonshine whiskey. I'm very sorry to say. No one knows what it'd do to sheep, but it is said that a drop of it is good for shepherds on a cold winter's night and for feagles at any time at all. Do not try to make this at home. Spog. A leather pouch worn on the front of his belt where a feagle keeps his valuables and uneaten food, interesting insects, useful bits of twig, lucky dirt, and so on. It is not a good idea to fish around in a spog. Steamy. Only found in the big feagle mounds in the mountains where there's enough water to allow regular bathing. It's a kind of sauna. Feagles on the chalk tend to rely on the fact that you can only get so much dirt on you before it starts to fall off of its own accord. Whaley. A general cry of despair. Chapter 1. The Big Snow. When the storm came, it hit the hills like a hammer. No sky should hold as much snow as this, and because no sky could, the snow fell. Fell in a wall of white. There was a small hill of snow where there had been a few hours ago a little cluster of thorn trees on an ancient mound. This time last year there had been a few early primroses. Now there was just snow. Part of the snow moved. A piece about the size of an apple rose up, with smoke pouring out around it. A hand, no larger than a rabbit's paw, waved the smoke away. A very small but very angry blue face with a lump of snow still balanced on top of it looked out at the sudden white wilderness.
"Ugh, Crivens,"
it grumbled.
"will you not look at this? 'Tis the work of the Wintersmith. Now there's a scunner that will nae tak no for an answer."
Other lumps of snow were pushed up. More heads peered out.
"Oh, Willie, Willie, Willie,"
said one of them.
"He's found the big wee hag again."
The first head turned towards this head and said,
"Daft Willie." "Yes, Rob." "Did I not tell you to lay off that whaley business?" "Aye, Rob, you did that,"
said the head addressed as Daft Wally.
"So why did you just do it?" "Sorry, Rob. I kind of bursted out." "It's so dispiriting." "Sorry, Rob."
Rob Anybody sighed.
"I fear you're right, Willie. He's come for the big wee hag right enough. Who's watching over her down at the farm?" "Wee dangerous Spike, Rob."
Rob looked up at clouds so full of snow that they sagged in the middle.
"Okay,"
he said and sighed again.
"It's time for the hero."
He ducked out of sight, the plug of snow dropping neatly back into place and slid down into the heart of the feagle mound. It was quite big inside. A human could just about stand up in the middle, but they would then bend double with coughing because the middle was where there was a hole to let smoke out. All around the inner wall were tiers of galleries, and every one of them was packed with feagles. Usually, the place was awash with noise, but now it was frighteningly quiet. Rob Anybody walked across the floor to the fire where his wife Jeanie was waiting. She stood up, straight and proud, like a kelder should, but close up it seemed to him that she had been crying. He put his arm around her.
"All right, you probably ken what's happening,"
he told the blue and red audience looking down on him.
"This is nae common storm. The Wintersmith has found the big wee hag. Now then, settle down."
He waited until the shouting and sword rattling had died down, then went on.
"We cannae fight the